come back. I have on the line Dorothy of Sapong, a school feeding caterer in Ashanti.
Okay,
just want to understand the problem with the payment and what happened.
Madam,
thanks for joining us. Good morning.
Good morning, dear.
So, thank you. So, how many caterers are we talking about in Ashanti, and for how long have you been owed?
Oh, that one, I don't have the data, but we are many.
Okay, so when did you go to the minister's office, and what happened when you went there?
Okay, good morning to your listeners. What happened was that because we are having many problems, we decided to just put our grievances on paper and then go to our own gender minister and then give the regional minister a copy to be given to the president, because we knew that when he gets it, the president will also know it. And that is why we went there. We didn't go there in the form of strike or demonstration. But as usual, women like noise. And so we were just singing our usual songs and then he sacked us.
And when you got there, what happened?
What happened was that he came out and then he said, "Why are you here with this so nice? Why are you coming to ask something from your father and you are making noise? Get out from here." And that's all. And so we decided to delegate 3 of our leaders to go there and plead just for him to come and say a word to the women so that they can calm down. But he refused. We tried our best just for him to come and say a word, but he didn't. But we are not so sad about what he did. But what we were expecting from him was love. Just show some kind of love, because we knew that he wasn't the one going to pay us and we were not going to demand anything from him, but just to present something to him and for him to say maybe but he didn't show love. That is what I would say, because any other word would be too harsh for me to say. But
so he didn't he shouted on you, and then he didn't also come out to speak again because he was angry.
Oh, no, because you see, we were not going to him just to attack him, because we were just going to present our letter, and he refused to accept us in a fatherly way.
Okay, so let's come back to the problem that you went there with. I'm saying that how long have you been owed? How long is the arrears for the amount?
Oh, okay. It was 3 terms. It was 3 terms. So let's say a year. 3 terms.
So for the average caterer, like one caterer, how much money will be involved for somebody like you as a person for 3 terms? How much would be involved for one person?
Usually, it depends on the number of students that you are cooking for. For instance, if I'm cooking for 500 people, my money will be different from somebody who is cooking 1,000 or 300 or 200. And so you just multiply 97 pesos times the number of students, times the number of days that you cooked. And so when we did when we add up, we could see that the days were reduced. But in the days of Otiko, when she pays and then the days are not full, she will just indicate that I have paid 30 days or 40 days, remaining 25 days or 15 days. We just expect it. And that is what we were expecting from our gender ministry. But they were refused to tell us. What they told us was that it was non-cooking days that they deducted. But what kind of non-cooking days? When the teachers went on strike, we were still cooking, because they brought a communique that the children will be coming to school, so we should also go ahead and cook. And we did exactly, because our items are perishable goods, and so we couldn't even stay home with it. But it was unfortunate. And that wasn't only this time that we are complaining. It has been occurring, and they were not correcting it.
So how have you been cooking for the children if you haven't been paid for 3 terms?
And that is why now we have to voice out, because that's why we are not cooking now, because we don't have money. We don't have it. And now foodstuffs, the prices are high. And so there is no magic that we can do again. No.
What kind of food do you cook for the children, by the way?
Oh, rice and stew, sometimes jollof, sometimes wache and stew, yam, and then yokogare, you see, and sometimes tosavi, sometimes bengu and okra soup, abetie, that is face the wall, and Ghana soup, depending on the area. Some area they prefer diehu and then wache, some to jollof rice, but when you go to other places that like in Pampo and so on, I see that they could enjoy the yam because it will be very cheap over there.
So usually you get the supplier of the material to give you the items on credit, and then when you finish, you pay them back, or you use cash to buy. Because if you are going to cook diehu or TZ for somebody or benku, it means you have to get the mori and all that. So do you buy it on credit, or how do you? Because I know you are paid later for the thing. So how do you get the money to pre-finance this?
Yeah, pre-financing, if you don't have the resources, you cannot. So about 20% they have their own money to do the work, but about the 80% they go in for loans. And sometimes they also have people that they credit as staff for us to use throughout the term. And so it depends whether you go in for a loan, half of the money to buy things that you cannot credit, and then those stuff that they can credit you credit them, like maize, rice, oil. That one you can credit, but when it comes to something like garnet, okra, tomato, that perishable things you cannot credit it. So we borrow and then we credit other items too.
We've seen some videos circulating. I think one of them from Oshimasi Anglican Basic, where Tali, the quality of the soup that they are pouring in the thing is very, very poor. And it seems as if for some of the schools, the quality of the food is very, very bad. I don't know if you've seen that video. Do you know anything about these claims that sometimes the caterers, the food they give the schools are of a very poor quality?
It is true. We saw it. Sometimes we all condemn it. But then, as you know, women, we have different types of women and then cooking. Even your wife may not cook like the way I cook, or I may not cook like the way you. But sometimes to the garnets that they buy, that quality too is questionable. So sometimes if you don't buy the right garnet and then you cook with it, you get that result. And so we can't blame them too much, because some of us, we knew them. So we went there and then we talked to them, and then they explained that this is the granite we bought. So it wasn't like every day. That is how it is. It was once a problem that happened. So,
finally, there are some who say that you people cry, you are MPP people who were selected to cook. So it's not as if they did some proper procurement and chose cooks, but they are basically MPP people that were selected. If your own party cannot pay you, that one is between you and your party. I don't know if you've heard that. Is it true that you are MPP women who are doing the cooking for the schools?
100% true. Nobody can deny that fact. Nobody can dispute that fact, because when NDC comes right now, they will kick all of us out. And so it is an MPP. It's a sacrificial work. So if you're not an MPP woman, you can't even do it. And when you heard the price, weren't you surprised? Because
how is it an MPP work? When NDC was in power and they were cooking, was it an NDC work? Isn't it a work for the students? How does it become an MPP work?
It's a government work, but the party brought the government into power. And so if you don't help it, they can't achieve that aim. You see, that is why I'm saying that we were not talking till this time, because last year you saw how prices shoot up, and then now that the whole country is in crisis. But then we needed some people to talk to us. Why the payment is delaying, or why they paid some and then they didn't pay us all. And that is why we were lamenting. But I'm telling you, if you're not a party member, will you do it? You can't do it, because it's not anything profitable venture. But we also do it to support the education that our government is all trying to achieve that. So if NDC can write down, they will go out and they will also come and do it. Just to support the government.
So even if you are a good food supplier for your school and you are MPP, if NDC comes to power, you expect that they will sack you and give it to NDC cooks?
Oh, yes, they will do that. Because Kufa brought this very initiative, isn't it?
Yes.
It started just 2007. And then just 1 year, or is it a year or two, then we lost. And then this came. They sacked all our women. Even some were cooking. There was fuel and strips on the fire. They collapsed everything and then they sacked all of them. That was 2009 and 2008. So, fortunately, when we came 2016 or 17, we didn't do that. But we also, they knew that when your government can, you have to pack off and do.
Okay, finally, so have you managed to present the petition to the gender minister herself?
Oh, we went to our regional coordinator. We presented it to our regional coordinator.
So she'll forward it to the minister, gender minister in Accra.
And then we wanted the president to also hear, and that is why we went to our regional minister. But because of you have also helped. So we know that now the president is aware of it and we are happy.
We wish you well and we hope you get your money paid soon so you can continue cooking for the children. Thank you.
Thank you very much.